gonna take, it's me being realistic about the
Yeah.
It's you knowing your audience.
And I think there's some sort of California election going in 2026 too.
I meant to
Like
make that joke earlier.
Yeah. We know nothing happens
Right?
fast in the
I
court
know.
system, so.
Wow.
And by then she'll be sentenced. That's what I meant. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah.
No, the only one that I knew from prior, which is crazy. You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's a realtor and I do title insurance, so Monique was my client. Okay, before.
I read your review online.
Yeah.
Oh, from Brian Carr.
Well, and that's how I realized that you had that experience because I went to Yelp as well. And
That's Monique Snyder. I fucking know Monique Snyder. Like, that's what I mean,
I
so.
know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Small world.
Yeah.
I know.
Wild.
And they're messing with the wrong people and too many people, and then everyone gets
Right?
connected.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly how this happened. They're messing with the
Yeah.
wrong Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
But together, like,
So how did it
separately,
Could be off.
it's hard to do something of
Right.
value, but together,
Yes.
as a fist, everything's, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
We have a group of people that did the same thing that y'all are doing with our evaluators. They got on Google and did Google reviews and then all became friends.
Okay.
So like it's everything is happening. That's what like makes me. It's like literally the same actors, just different players.
Yeah.
But it's
At a
like-
different state.
Yeah, and I'm in Kentucky where we have cameras in
I've been trying
So
to like go
I
into my
started
mind
releasing video of what's happening, and y'all even have.
You guys have cameras in the courtrooms
That's the
there?
whole reason I'm here. So
So
I feel like I haven't been
Because I was
clear.
wondering, why are you
Yeah, so I started, we're building an app for like judicial accountability. We're starting with Kentucky where we'll have court watchers, and then we became aware that there's no cameras. So I'm working with Susan Baxter. Some people love her, people hate her, I don't really care. Like the movement to get cameras in courtrooms here, Arizona, Pennsylvania.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So if you see what happens in Kentucky, it's like you're not crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
'cause I've got a couple videos that have gone viral. One where a judge gave a baby that like the mom has never met the baby. Like mom didn't want the baby. They did it for adoption. Like dad had to be like email adoption agencies, got a lawyer to send letters like don't
What
let her
kind of
adopt.
lawyer are you, family?
I haven't taken money from a client in 2 years. Like I'm retired, but never had a criminal family. So, but I got out of family for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I taught for a while.
She has to disclose that because just in case we feel like she's one of them.
No, I mean,
You know,
I've been
that's-
attacked
that's
so
the-
much that I'm just like, oh my God, like, and I know it's awful, like, but I'm intermittently, what's really bad here, because you all are gaslit in a different way than what's happening in Kentucky. The inability to get access to your own documents and the lack of cameras is a different level of cruelty that I haven't seen, and just the sheer money.
Oh.
We don't have,
Yeah.
we don't have, sometimes, I mean, it's Louisville, so we've got a lot of money there, like, you know, but not like Orange County.
Sure, no, yeah.
But $100,000 divorces are rare, and y'all are telling me, I mean, yeah, it's like
That's insane.
insane.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
So $100,000 divorce in Kentucky is a
But
rare,
even,
that's
like,
like.
it's getting more common, so much.
Yeah.
Like it's, but when I first came into it, there's also this component of COVID where things really got evil. And the way I can describe it is just like,
It's for both of you.
they realized they could work less, and not be in the court, and you got all these third-party appointments, and then a lot of them, myself included, we're just like, what are we doing with our life? We're not gonna sit here on Zoom and fight about families, like, it's not working anymore, the delays, it's like encouraging contact, you know, you can't get anything resolved. And so, about a third of us in Tahoe got out, like the turnover, there's like maybe 10, there's probably 40, 50 like local bars, and there's maybe 10 that I practice with, and I've only been out of
mental
mental
health. So like
and the judges are fucking morons. I saw that commissioner today, I remember her name was, but she walked out and I was like, oh my God, that's Jessica Stone. Like, it was like today, I was like telling Q, I was just like, these are
It's the same avatar. Like the same avatar.
Seriously,
Yeah.
like even just seeing, and I told them the other day with Monique, it's like, if you look at the case of Maya, a lot of times women that aren't native to the United States, like the government comes and tells you what to do with your kid, and it's like, go fucking fuck yourself. Like, there's also, we have one of those in Kentucky where it's like, there's players that just like, it's crazy how it's the same. Not to make like,
Moving expenses.
but no one knows this is happening other places. They think it's their county situation and it's starting to
They're not
get,
looking outside of that bubble. No, it's a nationwide issue for sure. And I realized that during my case, but it was mostly from a father's perspective, because I started getting father's videos and seeing, you know what I mean? Like,
that's where the Republicans stand though. Like in the same sense as they want the father's right movement and one mom's dad will just fucking kill each
yeah, because
other.
God forbid if we
Got together and get
realize
all
that we're on
over.
the same team.
And the worst, I will say, I didn't do a shit ton of high asset divorces. I was pretty much a solo firm, and so you need a big firm to do that. And so I typically saw that the
You
men
actually
were
got your
treated
money
for my
already?
cases. But like Hugh will say it was the women because he did much
It
more
takes
high
a
asset
long
cases.
time. I mean, that
So it's like that's where the
entire
pendulum
life,
kind of does
I
switch
feel
in
like
some
that's
cases because you'll have the stay-at-home mom that all of a sudden goes batshit crazy and you need 17 people appointed when the kids are 7 because they decided to get a divorce.
So basically what
And
you
that's
do
in a
is
marriage thing. Now, if you're not married, I feel like men are
or you
treated much
have to
worse.
show that you're going.
And then
to
men that
And then they
say the
reimburse
woman's crazy.
So, like, I had
actually
$10,000
makes- Like I had that. My worst case was
right?
I had a guy
And
and
then
I didn't
I was
believe
like,
it.
What about
Honestly,
legal
didn't believe it.
lawyer?
He was like, she's crazy. My daughter's in danger. Like da 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 da. And I was like, I didn't dislike. I was just like, okay, well, what you need, you know.
Yeah.
And then he called me one day. This was really
like,
close
I
in time. There were a couple
super
things right when I was like, I'm fucking out.
And
But,
it cost me
he-
$7,000 to pay her
his-
back for, you know.
His child, the mom's boyfriend shot her. And then the mom hid her in a bathtub and didn't seek medical treatment. She almost lost her hand for 15 hours.
The mom's boyfriend shot the kid.
Yeah.
And then they didn't call 911.
No, and then when the cops came, they hid the kid. She almost lost her hand. But he called me, and then you're like, so we got him the kid.
Then you believe them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then I was like,
Sorry.
no, and he's been on my podcast, and like we've done podcasts together because she ended up, mom ended up getting the kid back. So we got him the kid, we did all this stuff, then I retired. Not retired.
Mom got the kid back?
Mom has the kid back now.
So did the dad lose it? Like, did he?
No, the kid, mom comes back, mom gets criminal charges, and then the mom comes back in the picture, same shit, alienation, indoctrinates the kid. You know, he had strict rules and this, if you're gonna go to school, and mom was like,
Okay.
and so then she starts, and then he's going to court, you should see these videos, begging for help, like, does somebody help me? And it's like, well, she doesn't wanna be with you, and it's like, it's just like living in it. And so we did a whole thing, like on Father's Day last year, we went to the media, and this is when I was done practicing. We did a whole interview with like a major media outlet, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'll make it a puff piece, I'll understand what you're saying, like it's just Father's Day. Literally, we have a criminal case where she got felony charges for intimidating a witness in a legal proceeding, her own child, does not tell who shot her, but now has her back, and then it got squashed the day of.
Okay, on your thing,
It's so, the stories are just so crazy.
Yeah.
That was the,
I
that
think
was one moment
honestly,
in time when
what
she,
needs
was
to
they
happen
were
is
trying to
just
get rid of them.
Abolish it.
50-50.
And then she started
Like,
talking
no,
about,
and no,
You asked me
nothing.
that.
Just
In front of my son.
50-50. Like, that's it. And no fighting. It's just 50-50.
But
Unless
there
there's
are,
really,
but there
there are, of
should be
course,
provable stuff. You know what I mean? Yes, it absolutely should be
50-50.
Like what? Oh, you don't like him, or you're mad at her, or he's mad at you.
No,
know what I
who
mean?
cares?
Get the fuck over it.
50-50.
Yeah,
Like,
so
no
it's
one
like-
makes any money, no fighting.
Yeah.
Unless there's really a clear case.
Like you,
That someone
like you shot and you almost lost your hand.
Right.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't want to hear you.
And there's a risk of
50-50, that's it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and maybe even, you know, an incentive for
Yes.
the attorneys to get the case done quicker. The quicker they get it done, the more money they
Well,
get.
like,
You
no,
know-
like
you know
get rid of
what
the
I
hourly rate model, and then also get rid of
He's
third-party
extremely
appointments.
smart. I know why he did this.
Oh,
Yeah,
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 the
yeah.
minors
Remove the
counsel,
pressure
the
and stuff like that,
therapist,
right?
like, yes.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if they're involved in that, I think there should be a mandate to where there has to be another, you either can record the
Yeah.
whole interaction
Yes,
with
he knows, so-
Dr. Reinhardt or with this other person to monitor, you should be legally allowed to record that interaction to protect the integrity of what actually was said or what actually happened.
Right.
And to protect the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sick.
And just to show anything anything that's done in the dark, like let's not even be like,
Would you?
let's just
So
be
my
rational,
grandparents,
right? Like it's
my
like
mom
the
was-
same thing with
my
law
mom was reached
enforcement.
out to them saying,
It's
hey,
like maybe
they're the
10%
ones
of
to
cops
talk
are
to.
problematic,
Well,
but the
what
ones
if
that
we-
don't reform, that's actually the real problem. So
Yeah.
everyone should wear body cams.
Yeah.
Like just have court recorded,
Yeah.
and
I talked to
then
him.
if you're crazy, if you're
So-
crazy, if you're bad, you know what I mean, then
Yeah,
it's,
just to find out where
you've
he's
got the
at
recording.
mentally.
You know what I mean? And then, but that's the different level of gaslighting y'all have. And y'all are in two-party consent, which I never even thought about till I got out here.
Yeah.
I'd still, and I didn't say this
Unless
out
it's in a
loud.
public place, but yeah.
But I would still fucking, I would just record everything.
I got in trouble early on in my case.
But I didn't say that
She
out
slept
loud.
like 1 hour and then we went.
Mom, yeah, we're doing an exchange and mom left Kevin by the car tire and then got back in the car. I was like, fuck you, fuck you, and I had it all recorded and she peels, she almost runs out to go grab Kevin because she's taking off and flipping me off and all that stuff. And I'm like, she's making the exchanges high conflict, and here's the video, and the judge goes, I didn't see anything. You need to stop recording. I'm ordering you to stop recording the exchanges unless something happens. I'm like, at that point I was like, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the judge just doesn't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
already has right there, I don't like you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what you said is like dead on, and that is the fact that your children don't get the same parent that
They
your other
don't. I
child.
feel bad.
Because you can't be as strict, you can't be as
I'm
stern.
parenting on eggshells. I can't be the goofy dad that I normally, am, because something could easily get misconstrued and then turned against me. You know, I even like my son. Okay, so anytime my daughter still has not heard her mom exchange with me ever, and the only thing she's ever heard is "You're not like yelling," or she'll do this when I go, "Hey, there's Kevin had an accident. He pooped his pants on the way here. His clothes, his soiled clothes." She'll go and she'll cough so she doesn't have to hear me. And she's done that so many. The mom, my kid's mom, and so she's done that so many times now that my Down syndrome son, when I tell him, "Kevin, you can't go," he goes, and Kevin's doing that to me now.
No! Oh my
Because my voice just to her is so like she has to cancel it out with a loud cough.
Perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the
In front of the kids!
yeah, that's the level of the
Oh, no, that is
And all of
This, that
we're
woman.
gonna do it.
So, yeah.
The recording.
Well, no, in the recording of like when she's trying to see her son at a soccer game and the woman or whatever just like,
So the same
it's
thing,
just
I
like,
brought one on the
God
pressure
bless
even to see that there's no.
Just act like adults in front of a child.
Exactly. It's just one big circus.
It truly
Yep,
is.
and we're coming out of it.
And it's crazy to be out here. I'm like, I want to come back.
Same way, like, okay, my dad was separated from
That's
me.
what you're right. I'm like, I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized.
You know, I was,
When he was 12.
if I lost, I was either gonna move to like South America, or
Yeah.
I was gonna go hide. Like I was looking at houses in
So
Alabama.
he's a
Yeah.
Because I just needed to get, like, there's no way I was gonna live here, not see my kids
Oh, and then
know,
pay her
know
like
that,
crazy.
and know that they're 5 blocks, essentially 2 blocks, 5 blocks away, and I'm gonna live my life and pretend, you know what I mean? That, and then send this $6,000-7,000 check every month to the abuser that died. You know what I mean? So I was just gonna basically run. I was gonna either leave the country or go like to Alabama or somewhere in the south and just
When
lay
did you
low,
win?
you know?
When did you get your concession?
I think the final ruling was November 4th of 2024.
Okay,
So-
so you've had enough time to sit in it and marinate in it,
Yeah.
and you're ready to get back
And
up in the
I've been
fight.
going to therapy because that whole process fucked me up. You know what I mean? I lost myself in that whole fight.
I don't know how. Yeah.
So I literally like it was Bible study and workout 6 days a week, kind of like how the Monica tells. I was really saying this. If I sat there long enough, I was gonna
I think that's part of
kill
it. I
myself or
think
kill
they
somebody.
want you to.
No, they want you to break. You know, who was that blonde-haired guy with the suit? That was the older guy that was there today.
I don't know.
He was he essentially suggested that someone has to die before
Somebody already
that
has
they'll.
died.
Yeah, I mean multiple
Well,
deaths.
if you look
have
at like
died.
Junior Galquez, like that case is one to follow. I sent him an email. you can forward it to her or whatever. Like, there's some stuff. Do you know that there's all these players that are happening right now, like, and all over, and like Stand With Meg is one, and there's like Federal Movement. I think they're getting together in October. I found that like it's hard to tell these stories individually. It's impossible to tell y'all stories. You can't even get documentation to back it up.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to, like in Kentucky, I can go get the video recording and be like, watch this, you know?
Well, and that's why they keep it that way, right? So we can't validate our story.
No, I mean, when I went down today, I thought they were so upset with me. I was wearing, I looked casual. I didn't look like a lawyer, right?
Yeah,
I didn't
no.
look important. I was in a t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hey, I want to see a media request. And they were just like, why? And I was like, they were like, what is that? And I was like, you have 17 signs up that say, hey, no cameras, no this, but you can make a media request. So I was just like, where do I get this media request? You know, I'm media. And they were just like, what are you asking? And it was just like,
They were so taken
well, no,
back.
but that's gaslighting. And I'm like, I'm asking for a media request. Like, I'll sit here, I'll talk to someone else. Like, it's fine. Like, and they were just like, well, can you go outside? And I was like, yeah. Like, and so I went outside, and the self-help desk told me to go there. And they were like, oh, okay, well, hold on. They wrote down a phone number.
Okay, so this was in Long Row.
Yeah, that was today.
Yeah, and so and then I was like, I was walking around and I was like, I called my partner and some attorney. I was like, this is a fucking third world country. I'm in a courtroom in a third world country
In one of the richest counties in the fucking world.
No, I'm kidding. I did a post on it today. Like, and I'm going to talk more about it.
Oh my God.
So then I go back outside, and then I'm like, go to the self-help, and then I go back in. I'm like, is someone coming? They're like, we don't know who to send you. Just please go outside. So I go back outside. I call Q, and I'm just like, dude, I think if I try to take a picture of this post-it they gave me, they will arrest me, which is fine. I mean, and again, I don't, they can't take away, they can't take away my kids. Like, I'm a lawyer. I'm not worried in that capacity. It's like, they're not going to go there, and they're scared of me because it would give the movement legitimacy. Like, if they arrested a lawyer that's like, hey, can I get a form? Like, I'm not scared of them. Do you know what I'm saying? And so then they came back out, and then I looked at it, and I'm just like, holy shit. I called him. I'm like, we're going to do a whole thing on it. But 5 days in advance, which means the judge gets it. So then it's such a violation of due process to me. It's insane. But then, like, just the nastiness that was that courtroom, and just like no one was there. And those
Maybe every day we need to send someone in there to ask that.
Yeah.
Every day.
Well, and I would happily get with, if you have anybody here that would do, I'll send you like little tips and stuff to do, like just to be like, go. And then we went into court, and I came in a little bit later than her, and I sat down, and they were like, have you checked in? And I was like, no. Like, obviously, you know I haven't checked in, right? Like, that's also a weird inner power play interaction. Like, it would be more concerning to me if you are the one in charge of security, and you're unaware of whether or not I checked in when I just walked in. Like, that makes you look dumb, not me. And so, and I was like, no. And then he was like, who are you? And I was like, she was just saying court watcher. And I was like, oh, I'm a court watcher. And then I was like, and I'm from Kentucky, like, watching court. And he was kind of like, oh, okay, I don't. And then the lawyer was like, you've never seen a court watcher in court before. That's our movement.
No, they tried to intimidate. I had Kira come during my trial when Dr. Reinhardt was on stand.
Yeah.
And she was there, and all of a sudden, the judge stopped everything and was like, hold on, who are you? Why are you here? Like, what's, are you waiting for your case to be heard? How come you're in this room? And then they asked her to leave. They asked her to
Well, see, that's insane. I want to come back. Like, I
So
want to
there's
set
no
them up.
witnesses.
But I want to set it up like that because, like, it's like, this is the United States of America. I have a First Amendment right to be here. New York Times, Sullivan. I mean, there's a case law on it. And it's like, and I'm an officer of the court in Kentucky, not here, in good standing. Like, you can't treat American citizens like that in the courtroom that y'all pay for.
I think I might be jumping topics here. At the end of the day, I think the only reason why I won my kids is because my judge was under investigation for like medical fraud because he had partnered up with a medical company. And so did whatever. So he's under investigation while my trial's going on. So I think in my case, he really dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's and said, no, maybe, like I'm just going to go down the middle on this one as to not rock the boat because I'm already in some shit here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's the only reason why at the end of the day that I even.
See, I think sometimes too when you're so traumatized and like shook up and like psychological warfare. That's what I was telling them. It's like it's not 100% bad actors. Like honestly, it's like 70% of the lawyers there. Like I was watching them. There's like 5 lawyers dressed well, right? And then the rest of them, you're like, okay, you can't pay your mortgage. Okay, you haven't been late in 2 years. Okay, you don't know. And I I know him. I'm like, you're out. You're this. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot of complacency and just like indoctrination into the system. And it's just to protect the system, and they're just weak. Like, and you go to criminal court, like, and I mean, granted, I was just a public defender. Like, I'm not trying, but you know, I mean, there's not a real lawyer that like the media would come in. It's not like, why are they here? It's like, well, it's because it's an arraignment for a murder case. So they're here, and they're
On
gonna.
the family court side, it's like, wait.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean?
So that further kind of suggests that there's a racket being ran.
I think so. I try not to say words like racket, collusion, corruption, or court napping. Not because I don't think it's
But
happening.
you just did. No,
Yeah.
Because they don't like to hear it.
Because, well, I think what it does is like I try to think how, because my nana's a true crime addict, right? And so when we tried, so I left court because I just like had a judge retaliate about a client. It's a long story, it doesn't even matter. But so I was like, what am I going to do when I'm since I'm a little girl, blah, blah, blah. I did some traveling, I taught for a little bit, and then when I taught, I realized, oh, you have to explain things to people and like nuggets or whatever. And I've been jumping up and down, these bitches are crazy in Louisville. I thought it was a Louisville problem. And so that's when I started getting the tapes and just being like, just watch for yourself and like explaining little like things. But I think it needs to be given to people like my nana, like spoon fed, like loves true crime. You know what I mean? Like tell a story of 5 parents that lost their children or child without a criminal charge. And then Nana's gonna be like, did you know that they're taking kids without, you know, because that's just that little piece. And then the next time it's like 5 parents that request to have a court reporter, and they're like, no, we're not gonna have that. And it's like, what do you mean? Why? Why are 5 different parents asking just to have an independent person type the words that are said and it's getting denied? You know what I mean? Make it make sense. But that's how I think the story needs to be told. But everyone that's in it's been like, you know, put in a vice, and they're just like, oh my God, this happened. You know what I mean? Like, because it's
They
happening.
were probably really upset, and I bet you there was some dialogue today that there was people outside protesting, insisting that cameras need to be in family court.
Oh,
I bet you, like I saw the attorneys walking by and looking at us and like, right, and listening to what we were saying.
I was in line with everybody, and I was like, y'all, I'm from Kentucky. We got cameras in courtroom. This is third world country. And one guy was like, you go, girl. I'm just like, and I was just walking around like, this is just, but it's not. I mean, and that's the other thing, like most family law attorneys, not all of them, but a lot of family law attorneys are just failed lawyers. Like, they've never had a jury trial.
No, I know. I had first just the beginning family law lawyer.
Yes.
These cases that we have are all so complicated.
Yeah.
She had no clue what to do.
Yeah.
No, there's only a few key players. But this poor woman had no clue what to do with my case. Yeah.
And then they just like,
And this attorney was just eaten alive. Like, yeah. And but the sad thing is, like, she actually she was my friend. My friend said, she should have been really upfront, not take my money. She should have been way from me. This case goes over my head. I don't know how to do that, but she took it anyways. And I can guarantee you, she takes retainers from everyone, but she cannot. She doesn't know the rules of evidence. She can't even handle an argument on the phone. And like, what kind of lawyer are you? But now I've really learned, like, just because you pass the bar, that doesn't mean you're a good lawyer, you know? And there's so many of them. So many.
well, here it seems like they called one, and I was just like, let him talk for. She was like, oh my God, he's just lying to them. Like, he's just like selling them a dream and selling them hope. And that's evil.
That's kind of what California is about. You have, even in our industry, in real estate, you have everybody that's like living by fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? Bullshit.
That's so true.
And so that's kind of the California way, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Right? Like, there's just so many people faking you know what I mean? And
I never thought about that.
up everybody's ass.
Well, everybody's like water. I don't say
Do you know where the water is?
there's sparkling waters in there for sure. And I don't know.
You guys, you know, way past my bedtime. I'm usually asleep by 8:30.
I'm really
Oh my God, really?
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. I'm so glad that
It's good to see you.
I was getting to talk to you and like, hey, you're my
No, I appreciate you. You were the highlight of the day.
Okay, yeah, and I can't wait to have fun with you, but
Thank you. I look
and you're
forward to
gonna
that.
be a major player because you're out of it, and you've been looking for one.
Yeah.
I'm on
Yeah, I was
exactly
like,
one.
because I thought today.
Not
like,
just
oh my
Hannah, but
God.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah, it's way
Question for you.
it's way past my bedtime.
Oh, okay.
Be there that late.
Bracelet.
Yes, I got
We
this
should get one
on a
picture
trip
of
Yeah,
the
one
four
of
of
us,
us.
you
in
guys all
Utah,
together.
some random
Was that it? 1, 2, 3. Oh.
No,
random
We're not part
stand
of the
from
day,
like
we're all
a, on a
witnesses.
reservation.
That's right.
Witnesses.
Yeah,
In front of you.
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
a
the four of
reservation
us.
in Utah on my way to like the Colorado River.
Come over here.
That's all right.
We're gonna take you guys in front of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm usually sawing logs at 8:30. This
That's
is
so funny.
I'm way past my bedtime.
We're gonna go right here and take a quick picture of the four of us.
What a cute
Wow.
dog.
First time.
Oh, Luna's awesome.
Okay,
So whatever's recorded today, when can we watch it?